Welcome back to another episode of the Recap. I am your host, Open Mind, along with your other host, Tanik.
What's going on, everybody?
We are back with episode 33. Is it 33 or 32?
I think we're 33.
33. Okay, sorry about my screen text, my screen information. Episode 33 of the Recap. We are covering game 2 of round 2 of the playoffs. James Harden is out for hamstring, but this is game 2 of round 2 of the NBA playoffs. Well, this will be round 1 for the Suns, or game 1 for the Suns, and game 2 for the Brooklyn versus Bucks game. Shout out to LeBron. He had a good season, but I'm not blaming LeBron. I blame the coaching and everybody else around him. Like, that man can't do that shit by himself, bro.
I blame the front. I blame the front office because that was. Like you said, he can't do it. He couldn't do it all.
I put no blame on LeBron, even though you watch any of the sports channel, they put all this percentage blame on LeBron, like these 60%, 30%, whatever. I put 0% blame on LeBron James for them getting put out the first round of the playoffs. And all of the rest of the percent divided up amongst the coaching staff, the coach himself, Frank Vogel, front office, and everything they did just off season. Like, y'all got rid of so many people just to get Anthony Davis. Well, I say that not off season. During this past off season, after they won a championship, they didn't bother to pursue any meaningful players. Then y'all had this to replace him because it's just everything about the business side of the Lakers just shut that. That just messed it all up for them.
I agree.
And it ain't LeBron's fault. LeBron didn't do all of that. He didn't make those decisions. He didn't decide who comes in and out, who subs in and out. He doesn't decide the plays. He just follows the blueprint of the plays. I put none of the blame on LeBron.
Same here.
But I want to see Space Jam 2. I'm still gonna give a fuck because he ain't making it. Like, he got more time to promote the movie and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to worry about playing the playoffs. The movie about to come out in July. He gonna be promoting and being on everybody's podcast and all that shit. Why not, right?
Yep. Got nothing else to do.
Right. So anyway, I started us off first last time. Who we gonna start with the point guard or whatever position? I started us off last time, but with James Harden being out, that makes things interesting.
Yeah. Who do you pay for, Durant or Kyrie, or do you just pay them both?
I mean, you make that decision. You starting us off.
You would start me out on this one.
I know Porter Jr. went off on that Portland game, the last Portland game. He went off. Actually, the last 2 Portland games he's going off. He was doing that last year during the playoffs when he was a rookie. I think he's hot right now.
Sure. You think Blake Griffin? No, well. Okay. Here's the thing. For Blake Griffin, should we thinking about picking him?
I would. If I had to pick between Blake and Brook Lopez, I pick Brook Lopez all day long. I trust Brook Lopez because he's more consistent. Blake Griffin just went off that when he did that because James Harden went out. Is he going to repeat that? I don't know. I doubt he'll repeat that play. Maybe the minute, but not the player. Brook Lopez is the starting center, and he is consistent. That's my answer.
That is very true. Yeah, I will go ahead and just get center position out the way because I don't see no point of paying a lot of money for it. Because, yeah, let's go with Brook.
All right, Brook Lopez. Go up here to small forward. I'm gonna take Joe Harris since James Harden is out. I think Joe Harris gonna have a good game.
I think Aaron Gordon is going to show up this time around. He's starting to show up. At his price, he's perfect.
All right. 55 for Aaron Gordon. Fuck it, why not? Let's see. Let's jump up here to the point guard position. All day long, give me Drew Holiday. All day long. All day long, without question. So this is game 2 for Brooklyn, and that's what he did to them in game 1. So all day long, give me Drew Holiday. Because James Harden is out. I think Drew finna have at least a 40-plus game. I don't know who's gonna win, but I know Drew finna ball out.
I'm trying to think here for a second here. Because I'm looking at it, I want Booker, or do we pick up Kyrie?
I'd rather have Kyrie than Booker any day.
Yeah, I'll wait on the Booker one. Since Harden's out, let's pick up the cheaper of the two. Let's pick up Kyrie.
All right. Got Kyrie, Joe Harris, got 16 grand left to play with. All right, Monte Morris. And this is why. Monte Morris. Bam. All day long. Monte Morris.
Going up against Chris Paul, I can see that too.
A weak Chris Paul.
Dang, I'm trying to see here who's good at the forward other than Durant.
You got Porter, you got Middleton, Jay Crowder.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Crowder.
Jay Crowder, all right, 6,200 left. What's Campazzo doing? I don't trust Campazzo right now. I like Payne. What about Bridges? Oh, I like Bridges. I like Mikal Bridges. Okay, so I got this extra money to play with. Let's see. Oh, still got to get Aaron Gordon. Okay, so what should I do with this extra money? I don't want Chris Paul.
Get rid of Kyrie. Put Joe Harris in a second forward spot, and I think Durant is small forward.
No, we still can't afford him, but I would definitely take. Wait.
You didn't get what I said. Take Joe Harris. Yeah, take Kyrie out. Put Joe Harris there.
I like the way your brain works. I like the way your brain works, man. Because I just had that extra money, and we just rearranged that shit. Yo, this here, we can enter this squad right here, bro. This cash right here. This cash. Yeah. This is cash because James Harden is out. Kevin Durant's in the ball.
Yeah.
Yep. Submit. Submit. Now. Right now. Hold on. Let me see what tears. What does tears look like? It's worth the headache. Okay.
Tears is a mess.
I think we should take a shot at it. I'll go first. All right. Let's see. Process of elimination. I think DeAndre Ayton is gonna hold Jokic till about 50-something points. But I think Giannis is gonna ball out. Not that Kevin Durant ain't gonna ball out, but I think Giannis is gonna just ball because he has to. He's never won he's never gotten past this mark of the playoff. Since we didn't pick him in the squad, I think it's safe to pick him in tiers because we already got Kevin.
I agree with you there. Yeah, I got the easy one, second tier, Kyrie.
You want Kyrie?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that pick. I'm not mad at that pick at all. Because if we don't got Kevin Durant, might as well get Kyrie. Let's see. Now, this one is hard because I want Joe Harris, but inside of Drew, Porter, and Joe Harris, I can easily eliminate Chris Paul, and I can easily eliminate Compazzo. Let me talk myself in or out of Drew Holiday. I think he only going to give me 40 points anyway. At the most 42. But Michael Porter, I think he's finna ball, bro. And since I didn't pick him on the squad, I'm putting him Michael Porter.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the X factor.
Yeah, because we didn't pick him on the squad.
That's true. Let's see, tier 4.
It's only one person I see on this list that I pick. I could fade everybody for this one guy.
Morris.
Yeah. How'd you know? I didn't even tell you. I ain't give you no hint.
Well, I mean, Morris has the minutes. I think he's out usage on Gordon. And, I mean, Gordon don't get a lot of shots, but, I mean, they're going to need Gordon to rebound. They're going to need him on defense. So it's good to pick him in the all-day lineup. But as of, from a pure sheer will perspective, it's Monty Morris. It's going to be a big game, and they're going to need him.
I'll take Morris. That's a good pick. All right, so you just reached into my brain and pick for me. Now, also on this list, it's only one guy that I'll pick, and I'll fade everybody else. Who do you think it is?
From a minutes perspective, Mikal Bridges.
Stop reading my mind, bro. It's on you. Since you can sit mind reader, it's on you.
It's been
Read your own mind.
We've been at this all season. What do you expect, man? You think I don't know by now?
But it's crazy how I didn't even give you no hint. Like, no nothing. Like, you jumped straight to the guy that you knew I was going. All right, so let's go. It's on you. And honestly, I don't know who you're going to pick off this list. I know who I would pick, and it's 2 options, and that's just them 2 options. But I bet you can't guess my 2 options. I bet you now you could read my mind. But it's on you anyway.
Cameron Jones, JaMychal Green. Maybe Pat.
Well, but you got one right. You just got one right. I can't believe you got one right. That's crazy. You got JaMychal Green. Like, the fact that you knew he was one of them is fucking crazy. Like, because I still ain't give you no hit, but you still didn't get the other one. Twice you failed, so I'm gonna give you the other one. It's JaMychal Green and PJ Tucker. Them the two that I will pick.
You're gonna go that old school with PJ? Man.
Well, because Harden is out. That's why he got the extra minutes. That's the only reason. Other than that, if Harden was playing, I wouldn't even fuck with PJ.
Yeah, but he's on the Bucks too, so.
But he's the backup to Blake Griffin because Blake Griffin is starting.
Well, I know he's on the Bucks team.
But shit, I'm thinking you right. I said Brooklyn. He's the backup to I think Bobby Portis, and he's coming off the bench period, so he's gonna play center and power forward. They got him at small forward, but he can actually play center. So with Bobby Portis at backup for Brook Lopez, PJ Tucker is like this wingman for them two. When they're both on the bench, PJ out there.
Okay.
But I have been picking him, and he's just been giving me like a solid 20 points. So, for his little price,
I think
on this list. He was cool. That's why.
between him and Jermichael Green, he might be. You know what? No, I'm gonna go Jermichael Green.
Michael Green.
Yeah.
He consistent. Like he don't play a lot of minutes, but when he on the court, where he doing his thing.
Yep.
This is the squad. We got Giannis, Kyrie, Michael Porter Jr., Monte Morris, Mikal Bridges, and Mike Green. We got somebody from every team, every game on each side of the coin. We got 2 Bucks. Wait a minute. Mike Green played for the Nuggets. No, I got 1 Buck, 1 from Brooklyn, 1 from Phoenix, and 3 from Denver. Okay, deal with that. Doesn't matter who. To me, it really doesn't matter. Like, as long as we got at least 1 player from each team, at least 1. You don't have. It doesn't matter. Like, if you got a multiple, I guess that's fine. But if these tiers, the strategy is to have at least 1 player off each team as often as possible, because you can't do it when you got a big slate where it's too many games, right? But these short slate where it's not a lot of teams, the best strategy is to get at least 1 guy off each team. That goes for football too. Because when NFL comes and we play tiers in the NFL, it's the same strategy. At least 1 player off each team in those tiers. So it's best to play those tiers that's like turbo tiers, 4 games, 3 games, 5 games, or not no more than 4 games. Because when you got tiers, they put all 4 quarterbacks in that tier 1. Well, no,
That's true.
8 quarterbacks. Because if it's 4 games, that's 8 quarterbacks. So you're gonna have 8 quarterbacks in the tier 1. And you have 8 running backs in tier 2 and shit like that. That's because it's 4 games. So if you can get like a 2-game tier, you just have 4 in each tier to pick from. Like at least 4 of the starters. You might catch some of the benchwarmers that's gonna get high, whatever. And football is gonna be a clusterfuck. We can remember because the first couple of weeks is gonna be injury-prone weeks. And we can't really gauge the defense, who's the best defense, until like week 3 or week 4. Like week 3 is definitive. This defense is the best defense, whatever it looks like.
That's true. But right now, I think it's more along the lines of that Julio Jones trade that they're talking about. I keep hearing about it.
I hear Tennessee, but it's not set in stone right now. But if you went to Tennessee, do you realize they going to the Super Bowl? If Julio Jones, right? Let's say, okay, take this. Let's say they keep Tannehill, because I don't know what's going on with Tannehill either. I think he's going to stay. But let's say they keep Tannehill. You got Bull Rush, Stiff Arm King, right?
Derrick Henry.
Okay. Derrick Henry. Bull Rush, Stiff Arm King. The best stiff arm. His stiff arm stronger than Bo Jackson's, right? So now, Julio Jones as a premier receiver out there who's aging but still a big body. Julio Jones is the Derrick Henry of the receiving corps because he's a big body. He ain't no little guy that you can just, like snap in half. Like if Julio Jones coming up for the ball, that's body on you. He putting all that body on you. So he coming down with a pass, he can take a few hits and he's not necessarily gonna fall down. He gonna get some yards after the catch. So Tannehill can throw the ball to Julio Jones or hand it off to fucking Derrick Henry. Keep AJ Brown. Maybe AJ Brown is the trade because AJ Brown is the more receiver. But keep one of them receivers. You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown probably got to go because he's on Julio Jones level. But who the other receivers? AJ Brown and who else?
That's a good question. I was just thinking, Googling it right now. I know it's AJ Brown.
The guy on the other side of the field. I can't think. AJ Brown is probably the ideal trade option because he's more valuable receiver. But it'll be AJ Brown or somebody else. It won't just be AJ. But he's definitely going if Julio Jones is coming. There's no other. It makes no sense because they're not going to trade Derrick Henry. They're not going to get rid of somebody on defense for a first-round draft pick, A.J. Brown, and whatever, right? So A.J. Brown's part of this trade off top because it just makes financial sense. A.J. Brown ain't Julio Jones level, but he's the closest thing in the receiving court in Tennessee that they got that'll match Julio. So it's going to be A.J. Brown and a couple other guys, but definitely A.J. I just can't think of the receiver name.
Corey Davis is. Wait, let me make sure. They're saying Corey Davis is gone.
He gone?
That's what they're saying. Let me check and make sure. Yeah, I'm not checking on my computer either. I'm checking on the phone. It might be best for me to do that anyway. Let me pull it up on the computer.
Let me look at something. I could probably look at it from here.
All right, about to. Dang, they did do it.
Yeah, what?
Did
the
they
trade?
really do it? Yeah, they did agree to trade him.
But who's the trade?
Titans will send a 2022 second round and 2020 second round draft pick and a 2023 fourth round draft pick. The Titans will send.
So A.J. Brown staying.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they got he's staying.
So dig this. So Julio Jones on one side, A.J. Brown on the other side, and Derrick Henry running back. Plus the defense that they already have. That's not the best defense, but it's not worse either.
Remember Josh Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed with them too.
So they got Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry. The Titans are going to the Super Bowl, bro. That's what it is. Do you realize what that? So listen to me. The Titans, if they keep Tannehill, now they gotta have infantry. They can't get rid of Tannehill, and he can't get injured, and everything got to go right for Tannehill. Tannehill quarterbacking. The same offensive line they had all last season. The same offensive line that blocked for Derrick Henry, right? That same O-line. Don't none of them guys. All them guys come back. The whole O-line that was there for last year, maybe one added player, maybe somebody taking a back seat, but that added player got to be on par with the O-line. Derrick Henry running the ball, who can also catch balls out the backfield. Because Derrick Henry catches balls. He catches passes. Julio Jones on the left or right, don't matter. A.J. Brown on the left or right, don't matter. Josh Reynolds in the slot. Reynolds in the slot.
Hey, he's my breakout.
Super Bowl.
Hey, man, that's my breakout receiver there. I'm picking him week 1.
Josh Reynolds, hell yeah. Because the slot receiver is like the running back of the receiving corps. They get all the little uphill yards. They may or may not get any touchdowns, but they're going to get a lot of targets and a lot of catches, short yard catches. Like when you make a lineup for NFL, the strategy for the receiver and the tight end is the ones going to get the most targets and the most catches. They don't necessarily have to get touchdowns. Sometimes the touchdown pass never goes to the guy you got on your list. But that person who scored a touchdown, that's all they're going to get is a touchdown pass. They're not going to get no workhorse catches. And them targets add up. Yeah. You fuck around and have you'll have a guy that like 90 yards with 8 catches and shit. And they in double digits on your squad. No touchdowns scored, but they got them double-digit numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that's the strategy we're going to use going into the NFL this year. Our receivers, wide receivers, and tight ends. And depending on the situation with the running back, we'll get the running back that's like a receiver. Depending on the money management situation, like we run out of money, so we got to get somebody to fill a spot. Other than that circumstance, the strategy going in is to get the receivers that get the most targets. Not the one that's getting them bomb catches every now and then. They get 5 targets for 50 yards. That's banking on luck and just like dumb luck. We want slot receivers this year. Like all three of them wide receiver spots should be slot receivers off whatever team they on. Who's the slot receiver for that team? Well, if everything goes like me and you thinking it is, the Titan slot receiver is Josh Reynolds because he was a slot receiver on the Rams and he was just getting them fucking catches like that. So we won't get Julio Jones. You know, all Julio Jones gonna do is stretch the field. Josh Reynolds gonna get 5 targets. I could say, all right, let's say this is the scenario. Tannehill got the ball on the 25-yard line on the other end of the field, right? Mm-hmm. So Derrick Henry can't get nothing going, right? They bottling him up because he don't really get going till the second half anyway. So Derrick Henry can't get nothing going. It's third down and 8 or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. Pass to Josh Reynolds. That's a reception for 8 yards. Maybe he don't go nowhere. All right, first down. Throw another short pass. Josh Reynolds, reception for 7 yards. 3 yards to go. Derrick Henry push it through the first down. Another pass. Josh Reynolds again. Short pass, 6 yards. Derrick Henry might run for 15 or some shit. Either they kick a field goal or catch Julio Jones in the fucking end zone. So whoever picked Julio Jones that day, they got that touchdown pass. They got that catch. But we got them 3 catches up the field from Josh Reynolds. And that's just the fucking first quarter.
And that's
we'll have about 8-9 catches.
That's true.
Because he's a slot receiver, not because he's Julio, not because he's AJ Brown, not because he's Corey Davis, but because as long as Josh Reynolds, like when during training camp, he win, the starting position and everything go right for Josh. Like I think it will. Josh Reynolds is the slot receiver for the Titans. And we got to watch every other game and every other team and see how they structure in their team because, like, unless absolutely necessary, we'll pick the premier receiver like a Julio Jones situation where we spending that $9,000 on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not – if a receiver that costs $9,000, I'm fading you. A running back that costs $9,000, I'm fading you. A quarterback that costs $9,000, I'm fading you. I don't care if it's Patrick Mahomes. If you 9 stacks, I'm fading you. Yeah, because this year is everybody's trying to prove themselves this year, and just because you the star player don't mean you gonna shine today. These dudes is trying to get jobs, they're trying to get contracts, they're playing for money. Some of these other guys that cost $6,000 and $7,000 and $6,500 and $5,500, those guys are gonna give us numbers. They gonna give us big numbers. Where these $9,000 motherfuckers is gonna give us mediocre fucking numbers.
That's true.
So from receiver to quarterback to running back, I'm not spending no more than $9,000 unless it's a turbo situation and it's just them 2 games. And yeah, the running back $9,000, but what the fuck else? Who else you gonna pick? Other guys gonna play? Right? You gotta pick them. But in circumstances where we got them turbos where it's 4 or 5 games. Or it's a tiers, right? And we got to fill in them slots. Bro, like the money is in slot receivers and them workhorse running backs that catch balls out the backfield. Derrick Henry, he's going to be 9,000 at some point. So he's getting faded. But I will get Josh Reynolds.
It's true.
But we'll keep an eye on that. The show kind of ran over. This show, sorry about the long thing, y'all. Me and my brother get to talking. We forget we even live. We even over here. Like, look, this been episode 33 of the recap. I'm your host, Overmind, along with your other host, Tanic.
Good night, everyone.
And this has been the recap. Happy drafting. Creator bless y'all. Get money. Deuces.